Hello there and welcome. I hope that you are doing very well today. Someone pointed out on Twitch that I haven't vlogged in
a while.
So I thought we would sit down and do a 6-month check-in about living in New York. And I made a little pros and cons list. And then, yeah, I thought we would do some makeup, get ready together. And you know me, ASM artist, gotta tap on everything and just hang out. Love to tell you guys about everything that's been going on. Cleaning my hoodie because Velma, this is just the hoodie. My pants are even worse. I mean, look at this. Look at the literal chunks of fur. We're gonna do some makeup, some moisturizer with a little bit of vitamin E oil mixed in. And this is fur oil. Specifically, that can be used for your kitty. However, you can use it anywhere you want. And it's really moisturizing and it feels so good on the skin. So I wear it all over. Let's talk about some of the pros of living in New York. Things to do. There is so much to do in New York that it's almost overwhelming. The first summer here, I've felt like I've done so much, but there's so much more to do that I haven't even done all of it. I have to look up the number, but New York has some of the highest state parks in the state. And I went to Niagara Falls. I saw Lake Ontario and Lake Erie in the same day. It's just such a cool state, and I really have been enjoying all the things to do. One of my overall points I wanted to make is the cost of living is really affordable. I am renting, probably gonna rent for a little while longer. In Massachusetts, you could not find a house under, you couldn't find a house under $350,000. And if you guys are wondering, I'm just use clear brow gel. I actually got my eyebrows tattooed by my friend Maria. They are essentially tattooed on. It's essentially a micro tattoo. And I just use a clear gel to kind of move the hairs where I want them to be. But essentially, after working with Maria, my eyebrows are kind of where I want them to be, and they should stay where I want them to be, which has been wonderful. We went down to Seneca Lake, which is Western New York. We went down to Watkins Glen, which has the Watkins Glen International Speedway, which actually used to be a Formula One track. Shout out to McLaren, wearing the hoodie right now. It was so cool. I've never been to a racetrack before during a race, and we got to see the Ferrari Cup.
Can't park there, mate.
You can. Oh, wow, pretty, yeah.
Which was tons of Ferraris. I think there was over 50 just like regular people who showed up with their Ferraris.
Which, like, cool, you got a Ferrari. I got a Toyota Corolla. Mine will run forever and it's cheaper to insure. I'm not jealous you have a Ferrari, you just drove it around a racetrack on a Saturday afternoon in the summer.
Now, let's talk about some of the cons. Drivers.
I know how to drive. And there's so many studies out there that are like, Massachusetts drivers are the worst drivers in the country. No, we're the most defensive drivers in the country, therefore we know how to drive.
I got an advertisement on my Instagram from the Department of Motor Vehicles saying, hey, New York, do you guys know how to use the zipper? If you don't know how to zipper, you shouldn't have a license. So I got a dash cam installed. And then at the same time on my pros list, I actually have driving, but I also have driving. So driving is great. The driving around here is very intuitive and it makes a lot of sense. And the worst driving that you'll experience in New York, where I live, is considered like a good day in Massachusetts. So for me, it's like, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's it's less stressful. I don't get as worried driving. I think overall the quality of life for me is really there. I love being able to go out and meet people, which I've done. I've met a friend, actually hanging out this weekend, playing board games. So things are good. Things are good around here in New York, and I'm happy. I definitely miss my family. I went home in May for a wedding, and oh my God, I sobbed through the whole wedding. Probably the best wedding I've ever been to, and just bless them. They deserve all the good things. All right, so I washed my hair before bed last night, and I didn't dry it. I just let it air dry before bed, and I used like a microfiber towel. So it's got this nice little curl to it today, and I also have this under peekaboo hair, so it's blonde, so I really like it.
I'm gonna undo my curlers in the front. I didn't bring a hairbrush, but sometimes what I'll do is if I don't have a hairbrush but I need to like fix it, so I'll actually just use the curler a little and just sort of like smooth out with the curler.
There's a big blanket on my couch, and it's because there's a kitty cat underneath, and he decided he was not gonna move while I filmed.
I'm taking a nap!
You wanna take a nap?
I'm taking a nap here.
Okay, take a nap right there then.
Good night.
But this is like the living room. We've actually added a love seat, so that's been really cool to have the couch and the love seat. And just really happy with the house overall. I'll show you guys the office guest room so you can see the update from the last 6 months ago. And yeah, let's go. All right, come on in. This is the guest room. You might have remembered before my computer was up against there. And we just decided it made more sense for when we have guests to be able to pull the bed out from the wall, put the chair away, put the cart away, and that way whoever's staying here has more access to the bed. Overall, I'm really happy with the space. It's great for ASMR. My standing desk fits perfectly. And I just feel like the flow is a little bit better overall. And then in this corner over here, I have my ASMR gear, which this has been nice, having this space behind me to shut the door. I have the sound panels up here, and then I can usually just reflect some light or use these lights and reflect them behind me. And before we wrap up this video, I just want to say thank you so much for all your support. I genuinely could not have done this move without my community and you guys, so thank you. It's pretty hard being over 5 hours away from your parents and your family and all your friends, especially when you're an only child. But I have so many friends that are like my family to me, that are like siblings to me, that it makes those hard days better. I hope that made any sense. I was starting to get emotional, so I started to zone out and ramble. But at the end of the day, just thank you so much, guys, for the support, for loving me, for everything. Long live the Doodle Gang. Thank you. So be kind to yourself, be kind to one another, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, stay hydrated, wash your hands, take your meds, and last but never, ever least, let's be careful out there. All right? Bye-bye.